Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Welcome to Out the Pit. Tonight's question is simple. Why are we here? Is it survival? Is it faith? Is it about love? Is it about living? Is it why are we here? You feel me? I think it's probably the question that we've been asking. That's probably one of humanity's oldest goddamn questions, man. You feel me? Ain't no right or wrong answer. There ain't no perfect answers tonight. Just straight honest conversation, man. The standard remains the same: truth over comfort. The motto describes the brand: leave people with something to think about, not something to agree with. So we finna just get into it. See what people mind, see where the conversation goes, see where people minds go, and then by the end of the night, we're gonna see where we at with dinner, man. You feel me? We're gonna see where we at. Let me bring in. We got some more guests coming in. We got a couple here now. You feel me? Let me bring them on in. Split.
What's cracking, cuz?
Lady Bug, what's happening? What's happening, sis? What's good?
Pig,
What's good?
Flint, what's up, man?
What's going on, Lady Bud?
Hey, what's up, Out the Pit family?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Shit, right? You know what I mean? What's good with y'all, man?
Oh man,
Man,
grateful.
What's happening?
I'm
Waking
chilling.
up good.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah, man. Can't go wrong with Friday. Shit. Can't go wrong with
No, it's the
Hell
weekend, family.
yeah, man.
Another small break.
Mm-hmm. Feel me. For real, for real. But
Tap
yeah,
out the matrix.
hey, that's why we come here. That's why we pull
Mhm.
up here. You feel? That's exactly why we pull up here.
Nah, fact.
Yeah.
And questions. You feel? I stay with questions, man. This shit that be going through my head. You feel what I'm saying? This is shit that be going through my spirit. And I think it goes through a lot of our shit that we just it could be uncomfortable conversations. You feel me? It could be uncomfortable conversations because it's getting you to think outside the box. You feel me? It's getting you to break from the norm, break from doctrine, break from shit that's passed down to you. You feel me? And there ain't nothing wrong with asking questions because we like to figure out we got it all. We like to think that we have a lot of this shit figured out, but in reality, we all just what I'm saying. Yeah. So there ain't nothing wrong with that. If you good with where you at, you feel me? This, like I tell people, this ain't for you. You feel me? That's why we call this bitch out the pit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Oh,
y'all ready to jump into it?
Yup.
oh, wait a minute. What I did?
All right. So what I'm gonna do? Ladybug, when you Ladybug, when you ain't talking, if you can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, when you ain't talking, go ahead and if you can, I'm gonna try to help you out. Mute your mic because it's a lot of like them crickets and shit. You out there in the country. You feel me? I think it's the crickets or whatever. So I got
All
you.
right. I'm on
But,
mute.
but who wanna go? Which one of y'all wanna go first? I'm gonna ask this question.
Let me hear the question first.
When you hear, okay, simple. When you hear the phrase, the question, why are we here? And like I say, not just this live stream, not just right now, you feel me? But why are we here? What do you hear? What do you think of?
Mm,
What comes to your mind?
I know. I don't see. This the thing, bro. That's a crazy question, cause man, I'm gonna be honest, man. It seemed like you got different purposes for different reasons in different situations. So it's like that's a crazy question in a way, because all right, the same reason why I'm here today ain't the reason why I was here 15, 20 years ago. You feel me? Like my purpose today is to be a husband and a father. My
Mhm.
purpose back then caused as much chaos and anarchy as I could. So that's why I'm saying that's kind of. But if I had to really sit back and think about it, what's your purpose? Like you got to really break it down to the individual with that, because I know for a fact if I sit in a house and I don't do nothing, I don't feel like I'm moving in purpose.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Think about what you told me the one day, me and you was talking behind the scenes, and I got agitated by something. What'd you say, brother? Put that put that shit into your motherfucking craft.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, and at that point, my purpose was to finish my mission on what I was doing. So that's what I'm saying. Like different purposes for different shit.
Okay. Okay. I feel that. I feel that. You got anything else? Oh, for that.
Nah, that's it. That's it. That's pretty much it.
Okay, that's good. Hey, I like that. I'm fucking with that. I'm fucking with that little opening right there. You feel me? Uh, Snake, what's happening, brother?
Yo, what's good, yo? I ain't got my camera and stuff on. I'm still in the building cleaning up. So
You straight? You straight? All
yeah,
right.
what's good?
Yeah.
What's good? It was good. Split. What's good, Ladybug? What's happening?
What's going on, P?
Chilling. I think it's experience, bro. Just to have experiences, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? I just think, all right, Pat, go ahead down there. Live some good times, live some bad times, live some weird times, and grow. You know what I'm saying? No matter, like Split said, the younger Pat, shit, I'm trying to shoot something. I'm trying to sell some dope, make some money. New P, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get to the bag, but I'm trying to do it legit. I'm trying to, if something happened to me, I'm trying to make sure my wife and my people good, you know what I mean? So I just think it's all about experiences, bro. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell.
Okay. Okay. Ladybug, I like that, Peter. I feel that. I resonate with that, man. Ladybug, talk to us. Talk to us.
Well, this was a loaded question for me, and I had to go to pen and paper on this one. So if y'all bear with me, I'm just gonna jot down my notes that I have. I broke it down in 7 points. 7 is the number of completion. So I just went there with it. So first I have number one, we all here because of mama and daddy. Let's be clear. They was off the chain, they got to it. Um, the creator ordained that sperm and that egg to create an immaculate conception, which is birth. Two, the human experience, the man and woman experience. I think sometimes we forget and we don't really, understand the uniqueness of our creation, meaning everything that the Most High created has a purpose from your nature, animals. Think about the 5 elements: water, fire, earth, air, ether, space. All of this was created for the man and woman experience to me. Number three, I have deja vu. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody on here has experienced deja vu at one time. We can all explain the act of deja vu, but nobody can really understand or explain why it happens. So, as I was thinking about this question, you know, it made me think about when we're being put back in remembrance. So, for example, being put back in a place of remembrance. And I know we've all had our own spiritual walks, our own spiritual path. with this life experience. But do we all remember the first time when you realized everything you were told was a lie? Like everything about who we were told as who we are as a people was a lie. Like that redefined my whole life when I had that moment. And it just put me back in a place of remembrance, which I think is necessary. And then also too, it just redefined my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to never place all your trust in man. Number 4, I have divine masculine energy. I think that's an element that they hide from us on purpose. And the reason I say that is because the indigenous melanated divine masculine energy, it's one of the greatest contributions to this planet, if you think about it. It's almost like it operates in its own intelligence, its own element. The DNA that you all have is so unique and so powerful. It's literally like you are walking lords on your planet, on your earth. The number 5, I have the indigenous divine feminine energy. And for that, I have, it's like, it's a requirement to the contribution of the masculine energy. That energy operates as a lifeline to our planet. That energy is ordained with wisdom. It almost reminds me of the scriptures when it talks about when the Most High was creating the foundation of the earth, wisdom was by his side day and night. And what did they call wisdom? They called it, it was called her. So it's almost like that divine masculine energy, the indigenous divine melanated masculine energy, and the indigenous divine melanated feminine energy is the yin to the yang. Number 6, I have reproduction, to procreate. For example, it's amazing to see another you in flesh form, but at the same time, it's a completely different soul that has its own purpose. It's almost like bloodline sustainability, which leads me to my last point, which is number 7, prophecy. Each generation fulfills their own prophecy by just simply living. It is our divine contribution to the universe and our planet to live. Simple. Nothing more, nothing less. It almost reminds me of the birds, the ant, the bees, the grass, the trees. They don't ask why. They just do. They don't ask what the purpose of their existence is. They just do. Their existence is ordained, just like ours is. We are ordained to live. So that brings me, and the last little point to that, meaning there's life after death as well. There's life in death as well. Just like nature. If you pay attention, nature has an ordained time to die, but every season it comes back and it lives again. So I think my main thing is, what I'm trying to say is to just live. Like, we forget that we are a creation. We are a creation just like every other creation here on this planet. It's simple. Live. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay. Shane came with the dissertation around this bit. Okay. I see. I see you said the 7 points. You feel what I'm saying? I get where you're coming from. I like, yeah, a few of those stuck out to me. You feel me? But we gonna keep building and see where this go. You feel me? Appreciate that. Bam the guy, what's happening, my brother?
What's up, everybody? Sorry I'm late.
You straight? Better,
Got the
hey,
Got the little man over here, and we had to get settled in.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good, brother. Hey, so when you hear the question, why are we here? What that generally comes to mind? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Why are we here?
To be completely honest, I don't know. The simple answer, but to obviously go into more depth, I see y'all laughing because I'm sure y'all can relate to that too. We all have beliefs. We all have what we think, but don't none of us know why we're here. But for me to go into why I think we are here, I could take some. I don't know if y'all know I was listening though. I was paying attention. I could take some from it, what everybody said, honestly, not to pinpoint every little thing, but I think it's simply like a lot of us are saying, man, just living, just an experience. I personally, I get what she was saying, you know, like I look at it a little differently, you know, when I'm using words, but how she said, you know, there's life after death. I think life is everlasting. I don't think there is a such thing as death per se. I just think it's on to the next thing. I think we just constantly just keep moving because, you know, energy can't die or be destroyed. It just keeps moving. So to me, I don't think we're ever actually born per se. I think we've always existed. We just keep moving on and having experiences. I think kind of like, I know me and you talked about it before, like when you say you feel like once we're done, we go back to the source. I feel like we're always connected to the source because we are the source. We are just a piece of the source, if you will. He is, we not, I hate to say he and all that, but the source is us and we are the source. Life, matter in general. Now, why we exist, why we move, why we do all this stuff, I ain't got the slightest clue. But for me, I think it's just about walking the path, not trying to always understand it completely all the time, because I think that's where people get caught up and get depressed and get headaches and be just stressed out because they like, what am I doing? What am I? Honestly, bro, just walk the path for what it is and enjoy it for what it is. Some of us are dealt better hands than others, you know, depending on how you look at it. But to keep it short, yeah, I don't know, but what I do know is I'm gonna walk the path and enjoy it for what it is. And I just leave it at that for now.
All right. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. I guess it's mine go, right? I guess it's mine go. Yeah. What you gotta say, Ladybug? What you gotta say? I heard the chirps. I heard the chirps. What you gotta say? What? Say what you say. What you
say you always say that shit, nigga. You know it's your damn turn. Go.
Say what you said. Shit, I hear the chirps and shit. Nah, I agree. Like, say, I get where a piece, like Ben said, a piece of where everybody coming from. From Split to Snake, Bam, and Ladybug. You feel me? But yeah, I know it's Snake gonna go with it. I think I do. You feel me? But anywho, yeah, for me, when I hear that, it's like basically like when I hear why are we here? When I ask the question, why are we here? It's for me, it's not about, like I say, it's why we here in this live stream. Why I hear, okay, I guess I hear purpose. What's our purpose? You feel me? To be here. Like, bottom line, what are we here for? Why are we here? You get what I'm saying? Like, say, is it to serve? Is it about faith? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it about whatever? You get what I'm saying? Like, Is it about, like, say, love? Is it about all these things that we deal with on the everyday motherfucking level? You feel me? And I think it's a piece of all of that. But somebody, I think one of y'all said, I think Bam said, and Ladybug really touched on it. For me, where I'm at is to experience all of these things. You feel what I'm saying? There's like I say, I think, and some of me, part of me actually think I chose to come, like, before in this shit, you feel me? In this flesh shit, part of me actually feel like I chose to come here. We chose this shit. You feel me? To go through all of this, because where we come from, which is in my mental eternity, you feel me? We don't get to walk the experience. We don't get to, we can see, we know, we comprehend what's going on. We have everlasting knowledge and all this and that, but we don't get to experience the shit that we, like I said, to be kind of trapped inside. We don't get to really experience. We know we feel love, we feel hate, we feel all that, we feel family, but we don't really get to experience the shit, the pain, the pleasures. You feel what I'm saying? As you know, and all that. So I think we're here in a nutshell. I feel like that's what, when I hear why we're here, to experience, you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Anybody got anything?
Yeah, like you said before, I do share that we chose this. I don't know if I chose to be black. I don't know if I chose to have a son with autism. I don't know if I chose my mama, all that. I think I might have. I mean, I think I had some say in this experience because maybe I just wanted to know what this feel like. But all in all, I definitely think, like you said, when you hear the word "why are we here," I think a lot of people first thing is our purpose. You know what I mean? I agree, because that was what popped in my head originally. But then, like, honestly, like, that was the first thing that popped in my head was purpose. But that's such a man, like, in my opinion, that's just a man-made construct as well of you need to find purpose. I think purpose is in everything we do. Hell, I think getting out the bed take purpose. I mean, not still doing this every day take purpose. It don't gotta be something big, some main, just huge thing that you have to, I need to do this before I die. I think it's a combination of a couple of big things and a lot of little things that sum up our purpose. And it's just in, like we keep saying, man, just living until this chapter of this everlasting journey that we own. Because who knows if this is our first time here? Who knows if this is our last? And heck, and when I say here, I just mean in this realm. Like, for all I know, I knew all of y'all in another, chosen path, if you will. Or maybe this is the first time I'm even coming in contact with y'all, if that makes sense. And who knows where I'll be next? If I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to find out at some point. And like I said, I think I was thinking about it before. Maybe when we're not in this simulation, I'm gonna say, maybe we know a lot more than we think, but we turn that off so that we can experience this and appreciate it for what it is. And then maybe after this, we go back to full consciousness and know pretty much everything there is to know about, call it the universe or life and our spirits and all that good stuff. But maybe this is just a chance for us to take a break from that. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. Ladybug, like she in deep thought, but
Yeah, I am.
Maybe
I
we're just here
am.
to experience death. Because I mean, technically, we can't die. Technically,
I don't know. I think we sometimes get too caught up in the why, the why of the question, which goes back to what I was saying about living for, I mean, we know we didn't create ourselves. I mean, at least that's my perspective. I don't feel like shit. I mean, to be honest, do you really wake yourself up every morning? Do you think you wake yourself up?
you
And
ask.
you know what I'm saying? So I, it's like now I'm thinking, and while I was contemplating on this question, it's like, why do we ask why we're here instead of just operating in the creation of the creator?
But I
Live.
believe a lot of that comes through indoctrination, though. A lot of the stuff that we indoctrinated, growing up, how we supposed to be, think, feel, what's right, what's wrong, because we really don't go off our real, instincts, if you think about it.
I agree with that split.
and we
That's
don't.
why. That's that. I think that's the answer to your question, Ladybug.
Because think about it. How many
Good
of
shit.
us suppress thoughts and feelings because we were told you shouldn't do that or feel that way or react that way? But that ain't really how you want to react naturally or you want to do or move. A lot of us do things based on social constructs, indoctrination. A lot of us aren't truly moving in our natural instinct.
And that's why I said, that's why I said about being right, commenting or piggybacking off of what Split said. Yes, that is correct. Indoctrination has a lot to do with it. That's why I asked the question, how did you feel when you realized everything you was told about who you were as a people and your ancestors was a lie? That
Disappointed,
that
angry,
brings you back to
frustrated.
putting you back in remembrance,
Yeah.
and asking why. It really takes a lot of takes it really draws a lot of experience. I mean, it really draws a lot of energy from you
Would you?
and from the experience
Well,
of
okay.
living.
Question, Ladybug. Would didn't I know for at times in my life asking why got me the answers to coming out the bullshit. Y'all feel me? It took me
Yeah.
asking why to get understanding. It took me asking why to get the understanding.
But when you was asking why, were you asking yourself or someone else or something else?
I guess I mean you could boil it down to I would say both. You feel me? I would say it was sometimes I thought I was, I would just say both. And reason I say that because I felt like I was asking something outside of myself. You feel me? On why. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, sometimes I was really talking to myself, and then I felt like God or whatever you want to call it, something outside of myself led me to the understanding or gave me the answers I was looking for. But now I say I would answer that differently now because of where I'm at spiritually.
See, and that was the next thing I was about to ask you too. All right, you answered it. Never mind.
I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga.
But I know for real, that's why I was angry growing up through my indoctrination of living, because I was told I couldn't feel this way, I couldn't think this way. Let's say, for instance, I used to like horrorcore. If people don't know what horrorcore is, it's 3 6 Mafia, Project Pat, maybe some Insane Clown Posse, Twisted. You know, people that rap about being in a horror movie. You know, when I grew up listening to that, people in my family used to say, "Hey, you in the cult. You a demon. You the devil. You worship Satan." So some people don't think when you hear that enough, you might push a person to actually do that. Or even start studying to see what the hell they are talking about. Because something you saying is fucking with my spirit to the point where, nah, some you saying ain't right. So, bruh, I'm here to tell you, when I walked away from any type of indoctrination and I just started living in with me, what I think is right, what I feel, I became such a cooler person, more understanding, more loving.
Less judgmental.
Exactly.
Stop casting stones.
I'm working on that. Because somebody say something stupid. Nah, for
That
real.
nigga
Because
say with a
somebody
rock
say
in his
something,
back.
bruh, somebody say something stupid thing, I gotta throw that goddamn rock. I'm working on that. But, you know, that's coming with time.
Yeah.
I ain't about to act like I'm perfect and I'm flawed.
I feel that.
What? Make all right. How I'm gonna word this? So what if? Because I'm gonna be real. I think purpose is what
Right
comes to
English.
everybody. I think purpose is what's comes to everybody's mind. You feel what I'm saying? When you hear this question, because it goes back to kind of where, you know what I'm saying, what I think what Split was saying, you know. So I think that's the first thing that popped in my mind. And I actually, you know what? Yeah, let me pull up the poll. Again. You know me, I did, you know, I like, you know how I like doing the poll and observation and shit like that. You feel me? So I said, which best describes you today? I know my purpose, 20%. I'm discovering it. 40%. I've lost it, 20%. I'm not sure purpose exists, 20%. Anything stick out to y'all?
Read it one more time for me.
Which best describes you today? I know my purpose. I'm discovering it. I've lost it. I'm not sure purpose exists. So the first one, which is I know my purpose, 40%. I'm discovering it was 40%. I've lost it was 20%. I'm not sure purpose exists is 20%.
All right, that could be rearranged. And, you know, in my mind, that can be like all different stages of life. Just, you know, trying to figure out what you got going on throughout your thought process. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but we all shit. That's why we here. We all could be wrong. That's the thing about this channel. You feel me? Shit, there ain't no right. It's no wrong or right answer. So,
But I've definitely felt all those emotions at one point in time in my life.
Absolutely.
so do y'all think? Okay, I got a question. Do y'all think we born with a purpose, or do we got to create our purpose through living?
Honestly, believe you got to create your purpose through living.
Well, I hate to answer a question with a question. Is purpose real? Like, do we need a purpose? Because to say we're born with one implies that we need one, and or you already have one, or to have to live and grow one still gives you have to form one. Is purpose a real thing, or is it just something we make up to make ourselves try harder, or is it a placebo effect? But I mean, to answer that question, what was the question again?
Do you think we born with a purpose, or do we create our purposes just by living?
I'm gonna go with the second one. We create them That I don't know if that make it real, but we created.
I'm gonna go with purpose is living. Simple.
I gotta
We
say,
make things so complicated.
Yeah, we
We
do. Yeah, we
make
do.
things so complicated.
yeah. So I gotta say, I think we born with our purpose, and it's I gotta agree with Ladybug. It's just fucking living. That's our whole purpose, living, and everything that happens inside of that shit is might be activities or some shit or stuff that we do, but or that's part of our purpose. It just we gonna live. I had a conversation with somebody and it was like you know, they asked me what do I feel like my purpose was it helping people, was it doing all that, was it doing this, was it doing that, and I was like, I'm like, no, my purpose, those are things I did. You feel what I'm saying? These are things I did in life. But all I had to do, I didn't have to go out my way to do that shit. It just all came to me. So all I had to do is fucking live, no matter where, so I'm going, and it was like, and then, some people feel like there's a possibility that they won't fulfill their purpose. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm on a different way. For me, I think we all going to fulfill our purpose. Once you die, your purpose was fulfilled, but you might not have fulfilled the task and the goals and all the shit you wanted to do. You feel what I'm saying? But you fulfilled your purpose that you was here, that you was supposed to do.
And if you look at it any other way, you're being selfish.
Mm.
I
Okay,
Say
would
that
say.
again. Say that
I
again.
say I say if you was to look at it any other type of way, you're kind of being selfish in a way to me.
Why would you say that? Not why would
I
why would you say some shit like that? No, why would you why you come to that?
I didn't beg to come here, so why would I beg to stay? You know, my purpose is served. Move on to the next experience so I can flourish in that experience as well. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying it like, you don't know crazy shit. I don't think. But I just believe when it's my time to go, I just don't want to be stuck in the loop of reincarnation and all that other shit. I just want to learn my lesson and keep it pushing. Move on to the next plane, do what I'm supposed to do there. In a simpler time. So that's why I say, like, I don't know. These are questions that I ask myself all the time, but at the same time, I struggle with them as well because like I said, like I have no control in the situation. I didn't have control on when I got here, and I damn sure ain't got control when I'm leaving here. I'm just here for the ride.
I feel that. I feel that. Awakening the spirit said, my life experience created my purpose, and I did not ask or want those experiences. So go ahead. Anybody got something?
What was the comment again?
She said, my life experience created my purpose, and I did not ask or want those experiences.
Right, you just lived it. Your purpose is living.
You happen to be at the right place at the right time.
You just lived it. We don't ask for our experiences. Some we do, but as far as it relates to purpose, purpose is living.
Just
Simple.
It's the truth.
Because this question can lead to why do I exist? It kind of blends in with that question. Like, you know how people say, why do I exist? Well, why do you exist? Did you create yourself? Who create what created you? When you see a bee, what created a bee? When you see an ant, what created the ant? When you see animals, what created the animal? When you see humans, what created humans? You see what I'm saying? So it's like there is a creator. No matter how we try to dodge that, go around that, it's inevitable. You don't wake yourself up every morning. People die in their sleep.
see.
The elements evolve around you. That's what just blows my mind. That's why I say, purpose has to be just doing what your creator, whatever created you to do. Live. I don't know.
Plain and simple, huh? So just and when you say live, when you say live for those who understand, what do you mean? Because go ahead, what do you mean?
Tomorrow's gone. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. Where are we at? The present. You cannot live for yesterday. You can't live for tomorrow. You got to be present today. So what are you going to do with your today? You going to live, right? You going to do whatever it is the hell you got to do. Whether that be go to work, whether that be take care of your kids, take care of your family, pay bills, enjoy parts of the experience while you're present, whatever that may look like. If you're seeking clarity, understanding on anything, whatever it is you need to do to live for today. You don't know if you have tomorrow. Yesterday is gone.
It's real.
Enjoy it.
Definitely.
Don't overcomplicate it. I know that's sometimes easier said than done because we are, human. We do go through feelings, emotions, all of that shit. But I think what's been a balance for me is understanding now, especially, I think this question actually, when I contemplated on it, gave me more understanding about how I feel, what I believe. This is just my perspective. I'm not forcing it on anybody, but um, what do you do? We all go through shit. We all go through feelings, emotions, and the life experiences. And I think we sometimes overcomplicate what purpose is outside of what it actually is. Meaning, I'm a creation. I'm going to operate in the capacity of that creation, just like any other creation that we look at that's here on Earth, on our planet. And realizing that our creation is just as necessary as any other creation. If it wasn't, then we wouldn't have been fucking created. So we are just as important as the bee when it pollinates. We are just as important as a working ant. Very important. Everything has a purpose. Meaning, when you look at nature, I think nature defines a lot for me. It really does. Even the ant. You look at an ant. They work day and night. They do what they supposed to do. So why don't we look at ourselves like that? Why don't we look at ourselves as just doing what we were created to do?
Because human, what I say is the answer is social construct. That's why.
A lot of programming.
A lot of programming.
Nothing outside of those things all of those examples you gave, nothing outside of their natural program influenced them, unlike us. Human beings have had a lot. We went through so many different programmings over our history. What was right 1,000 years ago and what was wrong 1,000 years ago, we don't even follow those constructs no more. Our evolution through these constructs have been constantly manipulated and constantly twisted and changed and turned and.
But you know what? You know the main resource of that is fear. Meaning that was all necessary so you can be confined by fear. And tapping outside of that fear is this conversation we having now.
That man said fear is a powerful weapon.
Yes.
Fear just
that boy quoted, hey, my dog quoted the Book of Gotham. The Book of Gotham City.
That's in the Dark Knight Handbook right there.
Hold on.
Better say that.
Let me see something. I'm gonna see if Leia want to cook.
Fear is a hell of a drug.
I'm gonna see if Leia want to cook. I know she's gonna come in here and pop her shit real quick. Son telling me to see what Leia want to do. Son telling me to see what Leia want to do.
Come on, Leia.
Come on, son telling me. I don't know. You call son tell I got that. I don't see.
Well,
Divine feminine. Come on, baby.
Sunshine.
Okay.
Yeah, sunshine.
Hold on. Let me see. But y'all go ahead. Go ahead. If I drop this link.
Yeah, but if you think about it, even it don't matter what ruler, whoever, even all the way down to presidents and shit, everybody ruled through fear. Some type of fear. Propaganda, all of that. Fear.
Facts. That's the best way. I mean, that's the best way to keep people in line. That's the best way to get the most out of people. You feel me? That you need is fear.
Right, which keeps you from operating in your purpose, which is living. Simple.
How many
Yeah.
people went to work today in fear of getting their lights cut off if they ain't go to work?
Mm.
But you know, that's something about human beings. We hate being afraid. And what makes us and what usually makes us afraid?
What?
Uncertainty.
But at the same time, I can't say shit because I feel that because I've been there. But at the same time, that's some of that shit. That's the beautiful parts about this shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's the uncertainty. Like that's the journey. Like that's but if you think about it, like that's what life is. It's uncertainty.
Oh, I was talking about people. I was talking about people who ain't made it to this point yet. I wasn't speaking on this panel per se because I already know where I'm at with it, and where you at, and what Sis at, and where he at with it, and what Split at with it. That don't make me feel that puts no fear on me. I'm okay with not knowing some things. That is absolutely fine with me. If I'm supposed to know it, I know it, and if I don't know it by the time this is over, it is what it is. What I'm supposed to do, what I'm gonna do about it.
I can get over trying to figure out people reasoning behind doing shit. I'll be all right. Like, there's a reason why you stupid. I gotta figure it out. I just gotta get over that sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
See, we all got something to get past, bro. Because something I've been working on, and I've gotten damn good at it, but it pops out sometimes. Sometimes I like to play. There's a flip side to that coin a little too much. I like to play devil's advocate a little bit sometimes too much, and it's not to be pushing back on someone's point. It's just sometimes people speak in definites, and I like to remind them you can't speak in definites because there's always a counter argument to your definite answer. There's nothing definitive.
As you might think it is or believe it is.
We think that we be thinking it is, of course, because that's our truth, which is fine. But majority don't rule to me. And there's not one thing on this damn planet that we all can agree upon 100%. Nor have we ever in our
Tomato,
existence.
tomato. You know what? Tomato, tomato. I'll remind me. Say it to you later.
You can say it now, brother.
No, I'm not. No, not today. Just not the show for that. My shenanigans, not today.
Bro, go ahead. I ain't trying to push back on nothing. I ain't got no pushback for nothing today. That's all I said. I just want to know what he got to say.
He said, "I'm not shenanigans."
Bam.
I'm interested. I need to hear it, nigga. I need to hear it.
Brother, listen. Just call me. I will tell you. That way I ain't got to worry about getting kicked off the stage.
You ain't, bro. Ain't no fucking.
You finna get kicked off. You finna get kicked off with these dramatics, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
You see what I'm saying?
I can get your ass kicked off with that bullshit you kicking. Shit.
But I was about to.
Get them out of here.
Talk your talk, boy.
No, I was about to say, like,
sit in the chair. You see the chair? Sit in the chair. It's your turn. Go ahead.
All right, man. Nah, basically, I was saying that, you know what I'm saying? I believe everybody right now feel like, and it's not even on no comedy shit. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like everybody right now feel like they need love, some type of love, if you want to be serious. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who you is, you need some type of love because that's why a lot of people acting out right now. That's why a lot of people is in fear, not, you know what I'm saying, searching for answers they self, or they just following indoctrination because they getting fake love or what they would think is real love.
I don't know. Love is subjective.
I hear it.
But I agree, but love can be subjective.
Yeah, that's why I stopped where I was at. That's why I stopped where I was at, just because of that.
No, that's why I said I already knew. That's I feel what you said. Like, I got nothing to push back on that, and like, I just agree with her too. I agree with both of y'all. But it's definitely subjective, and it depends on one's definition of love as well. You know what I mean? Because I think that word, we all know what it says in the dictionary and what they tell us it is, but I think that's a different. I think love is different for everybody as well too. That's why I say I can't disagree with you because it's I get what because I know what you mean.
You can't love everybody the same either.
No, right.
I don't know that I completely agree. I hi, by
Of
the way.
course you don't.
I
Of fucking course you don't.
no, well, I mean, I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, right? And I'm like,
Everybody buckle up.
well, well, listen, look, hear me out. I'm just saying, I think the way that yeah, y'all have good points, right? That we all experience love differently and that you love different people different ways. That's why there's different names for these types of loves, right? But without, I say you got amnesia and you woke up from a coma tomorrow and you, made a new friend on the subway an hour into your brand new life and they told you that they were falling in love with someone, right? I think you would understand even if you didn't ever feel that feeling or have a memory of loving yourself what that meant, right? I think love is written on our hearts as just as people, and it's different and there's different levels and the way we experience it is different, but I don't know that love itself is subjective. I think it's the greatest power in the universe, so I think we all understand it inherently.
Mm.
Am I crazy?
First off, no, nah.
Man,
Nah.
boo this motherfucker, man. What's she talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like somebody else.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Nah.
No, I fuck with that though, for real.
I'll say here's
You
why I
definitely
could.
don't sound crazy. You definitely don't sound crazy.
Here's why I can agree with that. Like to an extent, like because we all. That's what I'm saying. It's love, hate, all these emotions that we're talking about. We all have them, no matter what.
We really
No
don't
matter
want to say it
we
no matter.
we come in with these things, with these feelings and these attributes and characteristics, and we come in with this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like it's hardwired. It's part of our
Yeah,
hardware, not our
yeah,
software.
yeah.
It's kind of like that movie. What is it? Inside Out. When they got all the emotions in their head and
Oh yeah,
they just born with
that's a
you.
cute movie.
You can't help it. They just
Yeah.
with you. There's
Yeah.
there's
And
joy, there's anger, there's anxiety, there's sadness. All they live in you, and sometimes you try to fight against them. It almost makes you think there's more than one person up there sometimes, besides
oh,
yourself.
that's right.
Hey, pretty. I'm just mad that they ain't teach us stuff like that. I think that right now, I think this new generation of kids, they teaching them to be emotional intelligent through the cartoons and stuff a little bit. But when we was growing up, it was just wild shit everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hell, you ain't lying because these little niggas can cry now. I was told to stop that punk ass crying, little boy, if I give you something to cry about.
That's what I was just gonna say. You better quit your crying before I give you something to cry about. I brought you in this world. I can take you out.
Right, they used to threaten to kill us till our dead to our face.
Yeah, literally. These kids ain't got no clue.
That's why Pitt.
Y'all
What you
ever
just
had
did? My
y'all
bad,
ever
go
had
ahead,
to
Pitt.
y'all ever had to pick y'all own switch and go get it? Get your
Oh
ass
heck
whooped with it?
yeah! And if you didn't pick a big one, my nana, she'd go out and she'd pick three and she'd braid them together.
Think about
Good
how
old Hickory.
psychologically fucked up that is.
Oh yeah. It's definitely fucked.
Go get me something to
That,
whoop your ass with.
they putting us in fear so we won't do that shit again. Once again, a fucking
That's what
tool.
I was just about to say.
A
Yep.
tool of fear.
Split. I see how
That's
you
a,
split. I see how you bought that full circle split. That fear. I see how you did that.
hey, that's the first therapy 101. That's the first. That's your first therapy.
Yep, for real.
Your
Man,
first experience of therapy.
Man.
Real talk though. I didn't do that. Whatever I did, I don't even remember what I did, but I don't ever remember having to get that switch again. Mm-mm.
no.
To
Boy,
the original.
Or in my case, don't get caught again.
I was
No,
gonna say
but
all that
yeah,
taught me was not to get caught.
yeah, that part.
That taught me, man. I need a better game plan on how to do this shit.
Hey,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it.
True.
y'all talking about?
If I could,
Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, if I could talk for a second on the original prompt slash question. I was thinking about this just for a second. I haven't thought it all the way out, but I was sitting here and I was thinking as everybody was speaking on what they believe the purpose of life is, and that's at least that's how I understood the prompt, right? What's the purpose of life? Why are we here?
Mhm.
And I was gonna sound like really super cheesy, but I kind of think that's the purpose of life because I look around at all the different faiths and denominations, just for example, right? And we see like a lot of the Orthodox have more, like they believe their callings are to be more like Christ and to be like to give to the poor, to serve, etc. You have the Protestants who at times kind of believe they're trying to like barter and buy and with good graces their way into heaven, etc. And then you've got all of the Eastern and uh, far Eastern religions that are basically karma related, karmic in some way, and even the things we would kind of umbrella under quote unquote dark arts, Wiccan, Satanists, etc., that mostly have like a hedonistic aspect and also kind of conversely like an ultimate accountability aspect. And I think all of the faiths, like just looking at them and thinking of them for a few moments, like they all have this element of being on a journey, like that is indeed part of your purpose, whether it's trying to like give back to others or trying to better yourself, or with some of the karmic ones, for example, trying to like get enough karmic points, if you will, to like either reach the ultimate done point or come back as an even better incarnation and not have to be a fruit fly or something crazy. And they all have this kind of element of searching and like self improvement, if I'm making sense. So I think that might be the purpose, is just the search and the journey itself.
Um, but it sound like you just pretty much saying, well, what I'm hearing is pretty much kind of saying what we, a few of us have been saying. You feel me? Living.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Or you trying to see that differently? When we say so, when
No,
someone
I agree.
just by live, yeah. But I feel like it's the asterisk inside of yours that you want to say.
I mean, I
Look at her.
maybe like
Goddamn right, yeah, goddamn right. So yeah, go ahead.
I mean, like asterisk, like um, of helping others, like find your ultimate purpose of helping others would be like my asterisk. And again, several people here know I'm a Christian, love my Lord, and I think that we can. I was having a conversation earlier about being like good Christians and like changing. Actually, two conversations about like changing the way people view Christians, etc. Like, and I think that every denomination, every group of people kind of suffers from this like public image problem, right? And I feel like it's a whole lot of people not caring. This whole idea of like, I don't give a damn what anybody thinks about me, right? Is so prevalent in our society. And like, can we get back to where we did though? Because I just feel like we did better. Like, can we get back to where we do care, at least just a little? And we're putting our best foot forward, just as people. Like, forget anything else, like just as people, and doing these things you're called to do, feeding the hungry, helping the poor, etc., etc. For me, I'm on a path of recovery, so I sponsor people that are doing recovery, help get them into rehab, etc., etc. Like whatever your personal calling may be on like that type of a level, and like build a better world here and maybe try and you know get a couple more people in the in the world up there, like just a little, like gently with love and grace,
You got to
not a
start
pushy
creating
thing.
safe spaces for people to heal. That's all.
Yeah, that too. And there's a lot of religious trauma out there. This is something I'm like realizing as I'm more open about like my faith and open in such a way where other people that do not share my faith don't feel the need to automatically shut down about it because they realize I'm like not one of these Bible thumping like, oh well, you're going to hell because we disagree and it's that period. I'm gonna pray for you type of Christians. So I'm having like a lot of these interesting conversations where people are opening up and telling me about their past with like religious trauma and even like abuse within the church. And I don't just mean probably the type of abuse that came to your mind when I said that, but even like I have a gay friend, for example, that had conversion therapy, messed him up. I mean, forever. He's still messed up over it. Um, and just even
That's a
you
thing for
know,
real.
yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. Not well. Let me caveat. Um, not like it was like when we were growing up. They would do like really messed up stuff, like make kids watch porn, like straight porn, like all kind. Like it was just not good. It was very not good at all, and like uh, perform exorcisms, quote unquote, like just terrible, terrible stuff. And I mean, I say this out of Christian,
Exorcisms.
it's just bad. Yeah, thinking that it was demons that were making people gay. Like it's just ridiculous, right? Just insane.
You know
Praise the
what?
Lord, but are you dumb? Like you think it's okay? I shouldn't even talk that way about other Christians. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I'm sorry. What were we gonna say, Split?
Nothing. Nothing positive at this point because that's
I'm,
wild. I didn't know.
I know.
Bro, I thought they'd been quit that shit. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, yeah. Like as I caveat to say, like I don't know that anywhere, at least in America, really performs it now. Like today in today's world, but like this friend of mine is like 40 years old, so back then they were certainly still doing it, and it messes people up, and I don't think that it has to be something that extreme either. Like
But do you think realistically a lot of people can heal from the scars of the church?
yeah, I do. I think one of the most honestly, I think that like religious abuse and trauma is one of the most insidious and evil types of abuse and trauma for the simple reason that by its very nature, it kind of entails uh, a hatred toward and an anger at God. Like within the trauma, within the layers, I myself went through a lot of this, even without like meaning to do so, because it happened in a house of God or a kingdom hall of God or whatever. You make that association, like not even consciously, subconsciously, and hold this grudge that like poisons you to God. And then people want to say, well, yeah, well these people are obviously believers and blah blah. Well, I don't want to worship their God. This whole discussion to be had. I would argue that none of those people are true Christians because we don't hurt people like that. That's unacceptable. And wood chipper, send them to the wood chipper. I don't care what they want to call themselves. You're not, you know them by their deeds, and when your deeds are that, you fail the test. I'm sorry. Anyway, but beyond that, I feel like it's hard because it's not just like a physical scar or even like an emotional scar. Your faith is something that affects every part of your life and ultimately your salvation, right? So you can, but I think it's really difficult and you have to be very, very conscious and intentional about your healing.
Exactly. And the reason why I had asked you that was because imagine how many people right now going through healing from any situation they going through, already feeling spiritually down, don't got family, nobody to turn to. And then the question that Pitt asks comes up constantly.
Right. And they feel directionless. Like they don't know.
Exactly.
No, well, what's the point even? Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on,
It's
y'all.
sad.
Hold on. Nate, Pat,
Yo,
talk to us, man. So, what you thinking about as far as why we're here?
I know I had to hop off because my battery was going dead. I think I told you pretty much to have experiences. You know what I'm saying? Just I think Ladybug touched on a couple of things. I said, damn, she must have been watching Brother C. Freeman L or somebody. She was just dropping jewels back to back. So I was like, damn. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of I think we more worry about physical experience than the spiritual experience. You know what I'm saying? The bigger experience is within. It ain't so much of the physical, it's the spiritual. And I think, you know what I'm saying, I think most of the time, uh once our spirit inhabited the body, Ladybug, she definitely nailed the coffin when she was like, we have children, but it's a whole new soul. Remember that conversation we had, Pip, when I told you, like, it's good to bring kids here, and it's dangerous to bring kids here because you don't know what you're bringing. You don't know what kind of spirit is like. I like this kid. I'm going through him. You know what I'm saying? So I can go be an angel through him. I can go be a demon through him or her. So I think it's just mainly the spirit. The spirit just is in need of experience for whatever reason. That part I can't seem to figure out. It's just something about this physical world that the spirit is like, damn, I want some of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going down there, cause you know what I'm saying. And when they get here, I think it's like a big game because whatever that source is or whatever the spirits are coming from, whatever our spirits come from, it say you can go ahead, but I ain't gonna tell you what come with it. You'll just have to go down there and see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think in a nutshell, to me, I think the main thing is that the spirit just wants to have an experience. It wants to see what life like, and then if me and you, we have beef in this lifetime, one of us end up smoking the other one. In the next life, we probably gonna have to experience a life where we actually brothers, same mom and dad, and have an experience that way. My next life, I might be a female. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just whatever that spirit like, man. I'm going back as a white man next time. I'm gonna see if I can make my life better this time around. You know what I'm saying? Second time around. You know what I'm saying?
I hate you. I fucking hate you.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I just think the spirit want to experience, man. I think that's why we here. The spirit just want to experience.
I had wanted to ask something that I think I can't remember who was talking, but it made me. I think it might have been Leia when she first started talking, or Ladybug. It was one of the females. But because being that we automatically typically go to purpose when we hear that question, why are we here? Like Ladybug say, why do we exist? It kind of go like say, why are we here and why does it exist? Kind of goes hand in hand. It's kind of the same fucking question. You feel what I'm saying? But so what if the thing and from that we kind of go to the mind frame of purpose, right? I think everybody's mind goes to purpose. You know what I mean? Why we here, we start, and people have different purposes of the way they view purpose and the way they and what purpose is. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
So what if the thing for either way, I want to y'all know how I get. I drink a lot of wine. You feel? When I drink a lot of wine, I do a lot of motherfucking thinking. You feel what I'm saying? So what if the thing that you believe is your purpose isn't actually your purpose? How would you know?
You won't.
I don't know. I think you're led. I think you can feel it when you're on the right track.
Feelings can be
But
misleading, but I agree.
you believed it once. You felt that the belief is usually a feeling. Let's be real. Belief is usually attached to feeling, not more so than knowing. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, how much can we really know and be sure of in life anyway, right? Like most of it is feelings, thoughts, hypotheses, until the nether, wherever you believe that leads us. I don't know how much we really know for certain. Even, I mean, look at all the crazy things happening around the world today, and it's like, you, at this point, you can't even believe what your eyes see, like with AI and special effects. Like you can't believe anything that's put in front of you. It's a whole different world than like when we were kids, right?
You can
So
believe me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I ain't gonna
I don't
lie.
think
It's
I
times I
don't
wish
think
I
Don't
you'll
knew.
put
know.
trust in man. We already talked about that.
Yeah, I don't think you'll know.
I think that it goes back to the poll. I'm discovering, you know, because when you're living every day, when you live, it, I'm resorting back or to what I was saying about your purpose is living, and that can change at any moment through the experience. Through the experience of living, your purpose can change through seasons, through time. But what doesn't change is the experience of living. I don't think purpose is constant. It's nothing. I don't think it's something that has to be absolute, all or nothing. It's
I don't know that
the
you have just one either. Sorry.
no. That's basically what I'm saying.
What you said,
Yeah.
Leah?
I would say I don't think that you have just one. Like purpose is finite. Like there's only one, and you have to find it. And I don't really think that it works like that exactly. I think your purpose can change, and you could even have multiple purposes or
Said that in the
guiding
Well,
beginning.
reasons.
my counter response to that is the only thing consistent is living. The only
Right.
constant is living.
And that could be one thing, just live.
Yeah,
But correct. But when you're living, your purpose can change. But there's one constant.
That you're still here.
You're still living.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think also too is that we forgetting to be mindful of the lessons that we're gonna constantly learn. So we're gonna constantly
Hmm.
live. So the purpose, along with the constantly living until that time comes, is that we're gonna constantly learn that whole travel. We're gonna learn good shit. We're gonna learn bad shit. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I think it's just basically this navigating. Once you learn something, you just navigate to what you learn. So once it's levels to this shit. Just like these people say, you know what I'm saying? It's levels. So I think along with what the ladies were saying that it don't have to be a certain purpose. It could be multiple. Lady boys say constantly living. I think the purpose behind the constant living is constant learning. You know what I mean? Once you've reached that pinnacle of learning, you like Mario Brothers. You know what I'm saying? You fall down in the hole. That's it.
Oh,
Do
the
y'all
rabbit hole.
do y'all
Right.
think you can? Do y'all think you can live your life however long that is and not accomplish your purpose?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes people miserable. They can't find it for whatever reason. They're spiritually blocked or
Mm-hmm.
distracted,
Yep.
whatever it might be.
Yep. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to. I ain't scared of death, and I know y'all, you, Bam, Split, all y'all done heard me talk about not being fearful of death because it's inevitable, it's gonna come. But that's one of the reasons why I don't want to die. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I ain't lived enough.
Mm. Well,
I don't want
death
to
is
go.
only the beginning, friend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So
Kid, can you say that question one more time?
is there any way you could live your life, live, die, and not accomplish or complete your purpose on being here? Why that you were here?
Not if your purpose is living.
And not, that's what I think. Go ahead. Y'all. I think majority of y'all know where I stand on that too. That's pretty much where I'm at with it too. I think. That's why I think I'm separating. I think purpose is living. Everything inside of that comes tends to feel like human goals. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff that my plans, what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a football coach. I wanted to win a championship. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to get a great job. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, inspire certain people. You feel what I'm saying? Or whatever. If y'all understand where I'm going with it. But I think my purpose is going to be fulfilled regardless. That might be things that I wanted to do, that my feelings, my heart, my mind wanted to do, but my purpose was fulfilled, whether I realize it or not. You feel what I'm saying? Because I live. I'm not going anywhere until, like this, once I die, my purpose was fulfilled. I may not realize it and recognize what it was, but it was fulfilled. If that makes sense. So I think
your whole, it could just be the whole time that you're on your travel, just fighting for what you want could be it. Whether you win, lose, or draw throughout the situation, just fight for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me I agree with what you're saying. Okay, let's just say somebody has a child, right? A family has a child, and then this child doesn't even, let's say, makes it past, don't make it past 2 months, 3 months, 4 months of living. That child, and God forbid, I understand it's a hard thing that we deal with, but that child fulfilled his purpose, because that purpose might be bigger than that child's life. That child didn't have goals, but you get what I'm saying? That child didn't have accomplishments, a pinnacle that it wanted, somewhere that it wanted to be or wanted to do. But that child's purpose might have just been to reunite this family or something that was going through it. You feel me?
So are you saying purpose? Basically, what you're saying is it could be that purpose is really out of our hands.
Yeah and no, because it's through your hand that purpose is done. Through your living that purpose is done. It's completed. So how do we separate I think a question. How do we separate our goals? How do we determine our goals from purpose, our purpose? How do you know the difference?
Your goals is something that you're striving for. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you put in the effort. Like you said, the 2-month-old child didn't do anything, but was present for 2 months, and then it left.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? If you're saying it like that, then you know your goal. The difference is the goal is something that you're striving for. The kid didn't strive for anything. She was just here. She just was just present in the moment, and then she left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Your purpose is saying, you know, you might not have known. You say the purpose of me and you linking up. You wouldn't have been rocking with me because you were just like, this dude weird as fuck. This dude in the snakes. But the whole time,
I didn't say that, but I know.
Man, I'm just saying in general. Don't start that shit. See that wine kicking in. Don't start that shit, bro. Don't start this shit. I'm telling you now. Don't start this shit.
Yeah, hey, I'm just saying, niggas shouldn't be Speedy Gonzalez when you pull out them snakes, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Just get. See, there he go. You see what I'm saying? There he go.
Well, wait a minute. Go ahead. Well, if that seed was already ordained to hit that sperm, was the goal of that 2-month-old, just the goal of that 2-month of that child, the goal could have just been to come through that womb, to come through that canal. That could have just been that spirit's goal, which resorted in, unfortunately, death, but which also did a counter reactive, going back to what Pitt said about maybe bringing that family closer.
Mm.
So I wouldn't say that seed didn't have a goal if the goal was just to come through that womb to fulfill its purpose of life
Yeah.
for 2 months.
Yeah, I didn't think that deep into it. Even the scripture said, "Before you was in your mother's womb, I knew you." So yeah, that's a very credible point. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wouldn't call that a goal though.
No, that's not. That's why I said that's the difference in it though. That wasn't a goal. It may have been a goal for the spirit, but the purpose was it could have been the goal for the spirit could have been okay. Let me travel this canal, and the purpose was to let that mother feel what it's like to have a kid, to push. You know what I mean? To give life. So you know what I mean? I see where it's going. I don't know if I'm wording it right, but
Nah,
I
I
get.
think we actually get into the meat and the potatoes. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
Why, Pitt? Why wouldn't you say that would
I
be a goal
Because
for that?
when I hear goal, I hear human intentions.
Is that
yes, that's
child
what I
not
was
a
about to
human?
say.
Say it again, lady.
Is that seed not a human? Did that seed not ask to come back like we were speaking before?
Is that seed not a human?
Did
Um,
that seed not only is that seed not a human
so like
in the
this,
human experience?
I would say, does that seed have awareness at that time?
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, would that seed have awareness as far as because what I'm
Yeah,
saying is because I don't okay. Reason I'm going off of that and saying what I'm saying is because I don't. Do you remember do you remember being that seed going through that canal coming into the? Do you remember any of that?
No, we're probably not meant to, which is a whole nother discussion.
Regardless if you ain't
If I
meant to, you
may,
remember that shit.
no, but real quick, to answer your question, I hadn't hit on this yet. I think to answer the question of what is the difference, I think your purpose is a greater thing meant for like your, whether it's a short term or long term, your life's intention, if you will. And depending on what you believe, it's kind of chosen for you by a higher power, right? Your goals are the things within your control that you want to set up and achieve to get closer to that life's purpose. Those are the things within your control. And usually, at least in my experience, goals are kind of self-centered. Like you have goals for yourself, for your family, for what involving you, right? Your life's purpose, when you think of it, is not usually selfish. Usually somehow you're kind of wanting to help other people in some way, shape, fashion, or form. So it's not selfish.
Even if they not if you want to say not selfish, you can have. I think you can still have even okay. I think you can still have goals to want to be the best you can be, to want to be a humanitarian, to want to be. Your goals still can exist by doing things for other people. You feel what I'm saying? But they're still just your goals. So you can
Right.
have selfish goals and unselfish goals, but there's still something that you want to do.
Right. And it's just a step along the journey. Right.
I don't know. Goals, the term goals, it reminds me of a quote. The road to hell can be paved with good intentions.
Oh,
So,
yeah, fair.
you can have goals, but I separate that from, I think goals is a part of the living experience. I don't think it defines purpose. I think purpose is defined by you living. That is your purpose. The creator
Sure.
created you for a reason. You are created in this creation as a reason. Your purpose is to live in that creation of the creator. So goals to me is it. I don't think it's a part of the experience. I'll say that.
Damn, damn. Go ahead and you got something to say, bro?
Oh no, y'all good, y'all good, y'all good.
Can I
I
just
just,
two seconds?
I just wanted to put that up there because there is that the distinguish the difference between the two. Because a
Oh,
lot of y'all
yes.
conversation, was, well, what's a goal, what's a purpose? So I just wanted to be, I put that up there to make it clear the difference.
I was actually about to say that. It's like you're in my head. Yeah, there's a scary place sometimes.
because
I
I
was
kind
just
of
about
feel
to say
like
it's the why.
because I was kind of listening, I'm like they kind of twist like respectfully, it was kind of being twisted around. So I was like, okay, well, let's draw the line. This is what a purpose is. This is what a goal is. So now at least we can, you know what I'm saying? Because I
No,
feel like
yeah, I think you're getting to
it was
what.
kind of getting mixed together, even though I think they go hand in hand to a degree. Because well, actually, I think they go hand in hand all together. But there is a difference between what they are. But I think
Sure, it kind of goes.
I think we will.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. That's all I want to say.
Sorry, I was like waiting for you to pause. It kind of goes back to what I was saying about the. I didn't word it very well, but it's this whole idea of like what or how and why. Like the purpose is your why. Why do we exist? Why are we here? Whereas your goals are either like what are we gonna do to get there, or how do we get there? That's kind of what I was trying to say. Maybe not saying it very well. That's what I meant by like quote unquote short term thinking. It's like let's make a plan on how to get there to the why. You know what I mean? I'm with you. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like a goal is something you can actually accomplish and complete, and a purpose is more like it's
You
something
hope it's
beyond your
done by the
goal.
time you die.
It's something beyond your goals that will. It's something just. I think it's a never-ending journey that goes beyond your goals. I don't know if you ever complete it. I think you just do it
You
until
fulfill
your
you.
time is up.
It sounds like you saying you fulfill it.
Hmm?
It sounds like what you want to say is you fulfill your purpose.
I for lack of a better word, I would say yes because I feel like it's something that never is accomplished. It's just something you do while you're here, and then once you die, that was your purpose was to continue to do that. But a goal is something like say you could say I want to save $1,000. That's something you can actually accomplish and be like boom, I got 1,000, I did it. But your purpose, I feel like it's something you just continue to do. I don't think
Yeah,
there's a
It's
I don't
something
think
within
there's
your
a basically what I'm
control.
saying is there's no finish line for a purpose.
yeah. I just had a thought. I don't know if it's gonna make sense or not, but I think your purpose is intended for your spirit. A goal is intended for your physical.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that too. I agree.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what I feel like y'all might disagree. I feel like that's what I was trying to express and explain. You feel what I'm saying? But I get that's what I yeah.
So let me ask
Yeah, I
y'all.
completely agree.
Let me ask y'all a question. If you don't reach your goals, does that define your purpose?
No,
No, it does
your
Nah.
not.
goals are never your purpose.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yep. Goals will never be
I don't.
perfect.
Yeah.
Something meant for the physical.
I,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's why I said the
right.
purpose is meant for the spirit. So, um, and he made a valid point saying it's like never ending. Energy can't be destroyed, can't be created. So, you know what I mean? It's just a never ending thing. You know, this vessel gonna end one day. That's why when Ladybug made the thing about it when she asked Pip, she was like, "Well, isn't that seed a human?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, good." You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I mean, what's operating their vessels? Our soul, the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it may not be conscious at the time of the process of coming here, but the purpose is definitely meant for the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I think the purpose is the I believe the goal for the spirit is to live in the physical form.
It was kind of like what I was saying about it being within your control and without. Like once again, depending on beliefs, your purpose is something that's kind of assigned or assigned to or like preordained for you, whereas your goals are something you're in complete control of and
I
responsible for.
I got something that may make sense. How many of y'all in the panel right now done broke generational curses?
Oh yeah, right here.
Right here,
Okay. No, no
bruh,
say it. No say it.
bruh.
No say
We
it.
gonna have a whole motherfucking conversation about that one, player.
No say it. You know what I'm saying? No say it. Your spirit was sent here to, and the goal was to break generational curses. You know what I'm saying? And we did it. You know what I mean? So, you know,
That was one of my talking points. That was actually my number 6 talking point about bloodline sustainability. You know, you really sustain your bloodline, you know, because every generation, what I was saying was every generation fulfills prophecy in its own way. But that prophecy can only be fulfilled through bloodline, meaning reproduction. We're here to reproduce too, live.
And I actually think, speaking on that, one of my biggest purposes in life now as a mother is to make sure my kids go on to break whatever generational curses may be left, that I don't want them to carry on the bondage of. I always say I just want to give my kids a childhood they don't have to recover from. That's my biggest goal in life at this point. So that's another one of those shifting purposes.
Closing on the I want to get ready to wrap this up, but I'm gonna ask a closing question. I don't know if y'all ain't really got to answer it. If you woke up exactly tomorrow, if you woke up tomorrow and basically if you woke up tomorrow and knew exactly why you were here, what would you do differently?
I want to say nothing, but realistically, everything I could to accomplish that, right? Everything I could to get me on the right track.
Knowing me something irresponsible.
Of course, man.
Just saying.
It is what it is. You did. Like I said, that ain't really, y'all ain't really got to answer that. You feel me? That's just something and I want to leave that with the, with the chat. You feel me? Also, so if you woke up tomorrow knowing exactly why you were placed here, what would you do differently?
I wouldn't do nothing differently. I just go do my purpose. I just go, whatever the purpose is, I'm going to do it. Ain't nothing different to do. Just go,
right, that part.
go fulfill your purpose. You know what I'm saying?
I second that.
Yeah, ain't nothing different to go do.
I'm just gonna live.
That's kind of what I was trying to say. If I can do a certain thing or certain action that gets me closer to that purpose, obviously, if I know that purpose, I'm gonna want to do that, right? But otherwise, if I somehow, I will caveat that by also saying, if this is a knowledge that I gained somehow by a special means I was in control of, like a special wish from a genie, right? Some crazy hypothetical, then I would feel compelled to probably share that with other people as well, right? Not everybody, not like the whole world, but some people.
Took it. Toot. You get out there, you toot that horn, boy. You think that stopped the little engine that could?
Well, I'm just saying, you can't. I don't know that everybody knowing their purpose would be. There's a reason we don't know,
Hey, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through. I'm gonna go around. Y'all got y'all shit out. You feel me? Say what you got coming up next, and where people can find you and all this and that. You feel me? So we're gonna start with Heavy.
Hey, Pit, you mind if I?
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I don't really need to shout anything out. I haven't even been going live.
What, Leia? What you got to say?
I just said, I ain't been live in 2 months. I'm gonna do it eventually, so I don't need to shout anything out. So I'll go first and help clear the panel out. But thank you so much for having me, as always.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Y'all make sure you're subscribed, connect with each other. I'll be back around at some point. And I'll be back here next week probably.
Starting shit.
Maybe. Depends on the topic.
Let me read a couple of these comments real quick. I'm Maurice.
Hey,
Let
is she
me
gone?
state.
Is she gone? Let me say, don't ever let her come back around here no more. Take it easy.
Rude. You know you love me.
Hey, Snake, talk to me.
Yep.
Talk to him, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your boy Snake Man Pat. I'm looking rough, rugged, and raw night right now. I'm tired. But yeah, man, Snake Man Pat, man. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Me and OutDaPit live, man. Y'all make sure y'all go show the homie some love, man. Me and him go live every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, live from the rabbit hole. Just tap in, man. See what we got going on. I may have somebody. Well, I got somebody Sunday evening at 6 p.m. showing off a reptile collection. So anybody that you know that's interested in reptiles and all that, tell them to come sub up to the channel, man. Yeah, man, just show each other love and support. Keep being great, man. Keep your head up and your chest out. You know what I mean? Let's do it.
Split.
You can catch me at Split Mind Media on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. The only thing I'm doing right now is live streams. I don't really got nothing planned right now. I'm working on something, but I don't really got nothing planned. So just watch out for one of my live streams. You never know what might happen.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got anything else to say, Split? Are you good?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Appreciate you for sliding through this day.
No, I appreciate you for having me.
You already know 100, man. Damn. He ain't running. Yeah, that boy. Look at the boy. Look at him.
Man, don't y'all see I'm eating, goddamn it. Shit. If you want to see me eating on live, man, just come to any of these niggas live and you'll see me eating. ASMR, mukbangs in the. No, I'm just playing. Bam Bam to God. I ain't really got nothing planned either right now. Well, that's a lie. I got things planned, but I gotta find time to pull them off. Like you lifing. I appreciate everybody on this panel. Always coming to give great opinions and great different views on these kind of topics. Love the open mindedness. Go subscribe to Snake Man Pat if you love reptiles. Check out him and Pitt show this Sunday. Man, they always be kicking. Man, they be spitting bars on there. You hear me? Please go check that out. You're gonna love the vibe and the energy they bring and the knowledge they bring. And appreciate everybody in the chat. Notice, hope you could be here next time. Waking in the Spirit, appreciate you, Leia. Show respect, show love, and just remember, it's free to be kind, y'all. We ain't gotta walk around like this all damn day. Like, come on, smile at somebody. Ask somebody how they doing, man.
Facts.
Spread love. And to the haters, fuck you.
That's my brother. That's my brother right there. And last but not least, my sister, man. Ladybug motherfucking hippie.
Yeah. So I just want to say, first of all, shout out to OutDaPit platform. So grateful, so humble to be here to experience this spiritual exchange, this experience with everybody here on the platform. I am Ladybug. When you see a ladybug, what happens? You see her before you hear her. And just grateful, man. Humble to be able to be here. Shout out to the chat family. Love y'all. Wishing everybody a beautiful weekend. You can find me here on Out the Pit Friday nights at 9:00 p.m. Don't know what time zone everybody in, but y'all can figure that shit out. But peace to you, family.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and my bad. I ain't said y'all. My bad. Split. Yeah, y'all go check out Split My Media too, man. Them lives be lit.
Mm-hmm. Check out everybody that came. I ask y'all to go check out everybody that came on, man. Everybody that who came on tonight, you feel me? From Split Mind, the Snake Man, Pat, to Leia, Bo Begaya, from Bam the God, my brother. And like I said, you can find Ladybug here live in the chat. You feel what I'm saying? This part, hey, she's part of the team right here. You feel me? That's my sister. I want to shout out. Go ahead and shout out the chat. Shout out my Gnosis, the homie. You feel me? He been in the chat and he said something. You know, he was like, "Hey, you're gonna I think you're gonna naturally fulfill your purpose. The only thing is we have an internal battle about what it is. This conversation can get into free will. That's another thing. I think that's a deep conversation that might need to get had also. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Awaken that came through. She's part of the Pit Tribe and all that. She part of the Pit Tribe. And yo, go check her out if you can, if y'all don't mind. Go check her out, subscribe to her, sub her up. You feel me? Shout out to Sackcloth Queen somewhere, you know what I'm saying, in the background, chilling and all that. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. We appreciate everybody for coming through. You feel me? Again, as y'all see, this, you know, like I say, the motto, like I said, the motto describes the brand. Lead people with something to think about, not something to agree with. The standard remains the same. Truth to comfort, live fearlessly, authentic. You feel me? Yeah. And next week, tap in next week, next Friday. What the topic gonna be? I can't tell you. I don't know. It just got to come to me, and it usually do. You feel me? I think this was a good one right here, man. You feel me? To get no right or wrong answers, but to get perspective and see how everybody think differently. You know what I mean? We tried to get some understanding what, you know, from purpose to goals, from, you know what I mean, fulfilling your purpose to not fulfilling your purpose on. And it all boils down to, bitch, why we here? You got to find that shit out. You got to figure that shit out. You got to look inside of you, look inside of your, whatever it is you believe, and tap into yourself and figure out why it is you here. You know, it might be different. Clearly, it's different, you know, different thoughts and different opinions for everybody. So, again, stay out the pit. You feel me? Out the pit is a mindset. Out the pit is a consciousness. Stay out the pit and just keep living, man. That's where I'm at with it. Just keep living. You're going to fulfill that purpose. You did. And you're going to walk that purpose, whether you like it or not. You did. That's just me. You ain't got to listen to shit I got to say, but that's just me. So, that being said, we out.
Stay dangerous.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Exactly right. Who said that? Stay motherfucking dangerous. I know that's right.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody, dog. Much love to everybody, man. For real, for real.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes, humble. So humble.
Man, so it's a blessing to talk to you.